I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot.
Can they see me? I have a headache. Hi guys. Hi guys. Oh. I have to put the volume down. I can't hear you on the computer. Oh no. Oh snap. I think I got the cream on my eye. And it burns.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. We're back. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, but I can't hear you on the computer.
What about now?
Let me see.
I just jumped back in and see. Oh, that
How
was
do I higher the volume?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, babe.
Mm-hmm. Give it a second. Hi, Dee.
So it didn't. You can't hear me
I
at
got
all,
a
like
little
on the
bit of that
computer.
crema for the pain on my eye. And I feel it.
What's up, Mr. Dave? Oh, I thought you froze. I'm about to say, damn it. Why are you crying?
Can you guys hear me? Mr. Dave, can you hear us?
Put your volume up a little on your mic.
I don't know what you're saying. On the what? Hello?
I think you
Give me a
put it low.
thumbs up if it's better or worse.
Worse.
Worse?
Yeah.
It is up. Hello?
Oh, it's good? Okay.
Huh?
Your audio, my audio's low. Isa's audio is a bit higher. No llores, Isa, no pasa nada.
I don't know what you're saying. Hi,
It's
Miss
so weird.
Moon.
Okay, let me put up my.
By the
volume
way,
up a
thank you
little
guys so much for donating.
It's weird that I can.
I have a
barely-
headache. Isn't it hot? Yesterday and today was very hot. Down. Why did you make that face?
I can hear both of you now. Okay, cool. Thank you.
I
Compa.
can hear
Thank
both
you.
of you.
It was
It
hot.
was
Mine was too
hot.
hot.
Oh
This
my
is like
god.
summer hot.
It was
I don't like
hot.
it.
I didn't want to look at the degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very hot. It was extremely hot for sure. Our bodies really resented it because, man, today and yesterday was terrible.
Awesome. All right, you guys can hear us. Nice. Cold here, rain. No way, Miss Moon. I wish it was like that here. Put the volume down. All right. You ready? The fact that you can't hear me
Cold
is kind of weird.
here, rain. Nice. Hi, Miss Moon. Hi, Chilo. Okay, can I say hi now? Mr. Dave. Hi, Mr. Dave. Hello, D. Hi, Chilo. Hi, Miss Moon. Hello, everybody.
I wonder if it's just me.
I can't have my volume up on my phone because it'll catch it on the microphone.
Oh, there you go.
So I don't know anything you're saying. I can't hear.
Sorry. All right. So, where my questions at? I'm gonna put you on the hot seat. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Damn, is it that bad? Why don't you use headphones?
What happened?
I said, why don't you use? You know what? There's probably a setting.
I can't
Give me a
hear you.
minute.
You guys, I can't hear him on my computer. I don't know why.
Huh? Come up to here.
Pero no se oye nada. What happened? I have to hear it through here because if I turn it on, it picks it up here and then it starts echoing. This is all the way up.
Weird.
Maybe here?
You don't have your headphones right now.
Wells?
Yours?
My headphones?
Yeah. No.
I think they're on the other side of the bed over there.
I think there's some in your car. Is that the ones in your car?
Oh, I don't know.
That's right. So you want to type the questions in the chat?
Yeah.
I'll say it and not find out what.
Okay. Get ready for the hot seat. Me va a poner nervioso. Ay. Sorry, guys.
All right. So I'm not sure why Isa can
Okay,
hear
so
me.
Henry's
but
gonna have to type in the questions. You guys are gonna hear him.
I could barely hear.
I can't hear him. I don't know what's.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
type in
know what's going on over
questions
here
the
with
chat.
my.
I'm gonna ask her.
computer,
I'm still
but-
gonna type in the questions in the chat. All right. So for those that don't know her, this is Isabel. That's my wife, and she was born with a heart defect that was corrected at. Well, not she had a surgery. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let her jump into it. Here, let me type in. Actually, I'm copy and paste because I had these written down. Copy.
When your dad sees me, he's
Okay,
gonna
the
laugh.
first
Watch.
question is: can you explain your specific heart condition in simple terms?
You should put the hard glasses.
There's a question.
Let me know when it's time.
Go.
There?
The question's on the thing. Check the chat.
I did. That's why I said, let me know when it's time. Viva Mexico.
Let me see your heart ones.
Can I? Okay. Can you explain your specific heart condition in simple terms? Yes. So, I was born with a condition called Epstein's anomaly. Not Epstein. Epstein. With a B. Hashtag. Okay, seriousness. Yeah, so it's called Epstein anomaly. And this is basically in the tricuspid valve region. It's a three-way valve, and so this valve, I don't know if many of you guys have ever seen how the heart works. You know, like flow goes in through one side, it comes out through the other. Some of the flow comes with oxygen, and then when it goes through another chamber, then it changes, right? So my valve, it opens and closes, right? Opens, closes, because that's basically the valve's job. And so when it was time for my valve to close, instead of completely closing like this, there was a small opening. And so that small opening was allowing some sort of backflow, which is called regurgitation. The regurgitation is not something good, in a sense, for the function of the valve itself. And so basically, let me see if I can show you guys a quick image exactly of what they did. And so, yeah, majority of the time of my life, keeping my appointments, procedure. Let me show you guys really quick. Tricuspid valve. And yeah, thankfully my valve was in good conditions, because our entire life they would tell my mom that I was going to need a pig's valve. And so when they opened me up, I didn't have to get that pig's valve, which is good because that means that I did not have to get blood thinners. So let me show you guys. Try to see if I can get a good picture. It's not graphic, it's just like a regular education photo. Kind of looks like this.
It's a graphic. Do I need to give a
focus?
Rated R.
Okay. You guys see the ring around, like this circle? So that is basically, it's called a cone procedure. They put that little ring, it's a circle ring, and they kind of sew it into the valve. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow it to open and close the little leaflets completely. And yeah, so that is what my diagnosis is. And I don't know if Henry wants to proceed to the next question. I can't hear.
I do. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna ask. All right. The next one. Let me see.
I'm trying to see.
the first part for this. I think I know the answer too. But was there a moment where you felt truly scared, and what got you through it?
Was there a moment where you felt truly scared? What got you through it? I was 16 when I had this surgery, and I knew at the time, I was really not so educated. I honestly thought I was like a rare child. I thought that it was just me, that this didn't exist as often, or it wasn't as common as it is, because it's a very common. And I think, considering that I was so young, I had very little fear. My thought was just, my heart's gonna get fixed, it's gonna get repaired, and I'm looking forward. Like, I never thought, what if something happens? What if I die? Like, what, I didn't think of that, thankfully. Um,
See, and I thought,
but
when I
I
said,
think the scarier part was just knowing that I was going to be on anesthesia, put to sleep. My surgery was about 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 hours. My surgery was 13 hours long. It started at 7 in the morning and it went all the way to 9 o'clock, 12 or 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. It was 13 hours long, for sure.
wow,
Um, Again, and I was young. I was 16 years old. I did not have, um, I don't know. I just really did not. I guess you could say I didn't have the curiosity to like look online and research and get a little more familiarized with my condition. Like, I just heard it for what it was, and that was it. My curiosity sparked more as I got older. Um, I want to say maybe in my early 20s. That's when I kind of started letting that sit in, and I was more curious to know, like, what is this? Because everything was explained to my mother, but even if it was explained to me, I was a very young adult, and I didn't really absorb the information and let that sink in. And um, my mom knew most of the stuff, and for me, it was just like, just go to the doctor and that's it. I had very little knowledge on my condition. And for the most part, a lot of children born with a congenital heart defect, they're born with multiple. In that sense, I feel like I am very blessed. We are very blessed. Same thing with Val, to only have one condition. A lot of children are born with holes in their hearts,
and
multifunctional, multi-dysfunction in the valves. In that sense, it's where I say, like, we're very lucky. Yeah.
um, I was gonna say so. Oh, Chilo has a question.
Chilo says, is congenital heart defect hereditary? Yeah. It's not. It's not hereditary. Now, how would you say this? So, I know you guys are gonna say, like, how is it not hereditary if Valentina was also born with a congenital heart defect, just as I did. Now, it's not uncommon, right? It's not uncommon, but there is a chance. There's a 6% chance that if I have the problem, my daughter could possibly be born, and that's exactly what happened. My cardiologist, for my condition, there's over I don't know if it's like over 70 different types of conditions, but for my condition, my doctor always told me, like, yeah, you'll be able to have kids. Um, no worries, you can have as many kids as you want. You should be good, natural labor and whatnot. And he would just always tell me, like, you have a 6% chance. Like, it's a very small percentage chance that you'll give birth to a child. And so after, when I finally went and I had Valentina and I had her diagnosis, I told him, I'm like, look, we only had a 6%, and Valentina is that one 6%. And now he just laughs. My last visits, he just laughs. But it's not hereditary. It's random.
At any point,
One Monday.
at any point did you think?
I can't hear you at all. That it was her.
So, I asked her
Yes.
at that if at
Yes and
any
no.
point
He says that if I ever.
I asked
Oh.
her that if at any point did she think it was probably like did she blame herself? and when she found out about Valentina?
Okay, yeah. So it's not hereditary in the sense of it comes in the family and it'll continue like happening. No, it's random. Like this type of stuff will land on a very rare case of a normal family, healthy family. Um, there's technically to this day there is no specific um, result or any data that shows that this happened because this went wrong. Um, so it's very uncommon, but then again, it's again one in 100 children that are born with a congenital heart defect. It's like Henry's cousin's daughter. I wish, I wish I could have her here, but she only speaks Spanish, and it would have been a great idea because her daughter was born with half a heart. The left side of her heart did not fully develop, so it's a whole different story, whole different story. Um, Maybe someday we can have her, um, and maybe I can be the interpreter. Yeah,
You could just
pero
translate.
me hago bolas and I'll get a little confused.
Nah,
It's because when I try to think of
I
like
think you do a better
translating,
job than
sometimes
I
I
do.
get like.
Thank you,
But
D. I
yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, this
there's
is pretty cool.
there's nothing that I could have done to prevent this. Again,
You mean
there's a
Val,
6%
right?
chance because I have what I have.
I think she's talking about Val.
What happened? Yeah, and so in that sense, I did and I didn't. Like I had no control over this. Um, if it's gonna happen, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it's only 6%, what are the odds? What are the chances? Um, yeah, in the beginning, I did feel like because of me, because it was possible, because it was a 6% chance, but there was really no telling. And this is something that I feared before I even had the thought of having kids. Like, is my child going to be born with something similar or worse? Miss Moon has a question. Let me
Yeah.
see. Um, um, I no,
So Miss Moon asks,
I knew that I had, um,
so you
I
went
knew that I had
16
a
years
heart
without knowing
problem
you had CHD. Sorry.
since, wow, I would have to say where I was a little bit more aware of things in my surrounding than why I was going to the doctor. So maybe around, I want to say maybe around 7 or 8. Again, my mom always took me to my yearly exams, and I'm sure that in that very age, I really didn't ask questions. Um, so yeah, probably around 7 or 8, which is when I was more active at school and I had to have limitations because I would get easily winded. Yeah, winded easily. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Dee. Yeah. However, hold on. Like I'm saying, I thought that this was like a very unique thing. I didn't know it was as common as I'm saying. As I got older, it kind of sparked a curiosity. Like, what is this? I still do research. Any condition, anything. I'm always on the internet. Like, what's this? What's that? There's no data that shows, and these defects. Sorry, they usually form within the first 5 weeks of gestation, which are the first weeks that are very crucial. For development. You don't even know you're pregnant, and this is typically when it occurs. So it's not something that will develop like when you're 5 months or when you're 6 months. No, that already comes within the first 5 weeks of gestation. However, it can be detected later, which is what happened with me with Val. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So the next question is,
yeah. There's different. Let me look. There's I could be wrong because these are all things like so much information in my brain about these things. But are there? Trying to figure out how many congenital heart defects. It won't come out. But there's at least like 40 or 50 different types of congenital heart defects. And it just ranges like. What happened?
I said that's crazy because I thought there was a lot more.
Okay. Yeah, it could be like 90. It could be 90. I just can't pinpoint exactly.
So my other question is, how does CHD affect your energy, exercise, or daily life, if any?
I'm coming. It says, how does CHD affect your energy, exercise, and daily life? For me, with my condition, I want to think and I want to say that in a sense, I live a very normal life, but and what I mean by normal is typically when people have more severe congenital heart defects, they are susceptible. They have very weak immune systems, and so this means consistent infections, lungs, stuff like that. Just because respiratory, because your heart just doesn't have its full potential for whatever defect that the person has. Um, for me personally, I can't run. Like I'll get out of breath. I'll start to hyperventilate, and so that means like whenever we're walking, when we would go to the trails, it means for sure bring water, close my mouth, and inhale through my nose. Inhale and exhale through my nose. Um, Activity wise, I can't do like roller coasters. I can't do like, how would you say, very emotional type of stuff. Strain. There you go. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of the word. So yeah, I can't do roller coasters. I can't like do speed. I feel like my heart is being crushed, and I'm afraid of it. One, I'm afraid of it. I won't do it, and that's one of the reasons why I don't get on rides like knots and roller coasters and stuff like that, because I just can't. It's a terrible feeling that I experience. Um, what else? What else? What else? Exercise in daily life. Um, to a certain point, it affected in the sense, again, it's all just to prevent infections to get into like a septic phase. So for a very long time, I had to have treatment before any dental work. Um, if I was going to get like a root canal, I had to have 4 pills of antibiotics 1 hour before. I had to chug 4 pills every 15 minutes. Monday? Why? Oh, and the reason for that was to prevent an infection from happening, because the teeth are very sensitive. It's a very sensitive place and area, and the doctor always told my mom, like, please always take care of her teeth, get it done, like get it done, because the teeth are very well rooted into a lot of nerves, and that can affect. But the main reason was to prevent an infection. And if I were to like develop an infection, then my system already be ready to attack with the antibiotics. And that went on until I want to say maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. And that was something that I had to do. Like if I was going to get a tooth pulled, I had to do antibiotic before. It was mandatory. I had to get a clearance.
Got it.
You need a microphone, Henry. You need one of those so you can scream the answer.
I don't know
So I
why.
can
We'll, we'll
hear.
we'll set it up. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. All right. So
Yeah, Miss Moon. There's different ones.
here's one that I'm really curious. Not curious, but
See, I have the chat right here.
how has CHD affected your mental health?
How has CHD affected your mental health? Jesus, this is a good one. Um, it has always stuck in the back of my head since I can remember, since I've been aware of, my heart condition and uh, just trying to prevent, being sick, getting everything addressed and taken care of when it comes to my health. Um, there's a couple of things that come with that, and that is like, I don't want to cry. It's like, it comes with extra anxiety of what's going to happen. Like, will I live long enough? Because, when something is wrong, typically it's like, oh yeah, ma'am, like, oh, you broke your foot. Here, put a cast on. You're fine. My heart is broken. I was born with a broken heart. So it automatically comes with the what if my heart starts to fail? Like, because it's possible. It's very possible that your heart could start to fail for whatever reason. And that's when you start to think, like, am I going to live long? And now there's more like successful rates of surgery simply because of technology. But it's like a constant concern of me, like, am I gonna live long? Am I gonna live to see my daughter get married? Am I gonna live to see my like if I'm gonna have grandchildren? Like anything, because back in the day, it wasn't promised. There wasn't really much of a future promised for a lot of children, um, because technology, the technology wasn't there, and doctors and the science and everything to like overcome and know, like, today I see a lot of kids. I follow a lot of pages on Facebook, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, of families, that they vlog their life, and it's hard. It's hard to think. And then for me personally, even though my heart problem is a moderate situation, um, then I have double the worry, double the stress, because I have it with Valentina now, So I've experienced it for myself, and then I have to experience it in a whole different way as a mother with my daughter, to see, like, when she's running, when she's exercising, if she goes out of breath, if her lips are turning blue, if she's getting super red. And, like, I know she's a child, and she's small, and those are just some of the things that I have to be hyper aware of and vigilant to make sure that she's in sports, she's okay. And at the end, I have to keep in mind that there's a little crack somewhere in her heart, and just that little thing means her heart doesn't have the full capacity to do what a normal child's healthy heart would do. And sometimes I tell Henry, like, she'll be playing, and I'll tell him, like, hey, sit her down. She needs to sit down. She's really red. And I see that she's, like, panting, and she starts breathing through her mouth. And I see, around her lips. And again, it's just something that I get to experience all over again in a different aspect, as a patient myself, but then now as a mom with my daughter.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's even in back of my mind when she plays. It's We did get the clear from the doctor, from her doctor, and he said there's like no limitations for her. There's nothing she could do, whatever. No, she's good. But he did put that, not a doubt, but he did say if anything, there could be a chance that she might go back, that she might need to come back for another procedure like the one she had at what, like 30 days old, when it got corrected. But again, he also said, but at that age, and it's coming, and it's coming to that age that he said, that he mentioned. He said, maybe like around 10 years old or something, if need
You
be.
okay?
But it'd be a lot more safer because she's older.
You may have a mint so you
But
guys don't smell my
try and
breath.
explain that to Val, like, oh, you have to go through that. It's and it's not a big thing. They put a catheter through her groin all the way up to the heart. They blow up a balloon. They expand the valve, and then they take it out. But like I said, try explaining that to Val. It's gonna be kind of tough. But yeah, it's in the back of my mind all the time when she plays basketball. That's why I've been telling her, she's getting older. These sports teams the sports are getting more competitive, more like she's getting out of that. They're gonna baby you phase. Now they're expecting a little more. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's rec ball. It's rec. It's not nothing serious. But if she does want to play junior high or high school, they're gonna put her through some running, doing all that stuff. So, but we'll see where it goes.
Oh, my mic turned off.
Okay.
Hold on.
As a parent, it's always so tough to not think about things with. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Even when she falls, I think
guys
back
hear
to
me?
that time when we were at the park. Yeah. So it's scary because we just want them to always be okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. And we're not always going to be there. So I don't know. It's just tough. It's tough, but yeah. So I had another question, but I think you answered it with that other question. I was going to ask, how do you cope with uncertainty about the future? So I think you kind of answered that with your last answer. So I have this one.
Yeah, it is.
What role has therapy, faith, or community played in your journey? Now, when I say community, I mean like family, friends. When I say community, I mean like family and friends.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to explain to her.
All right. So the question is, what role has therapy, faith, or community played in your journey? Therapy. You mean a doctor? Therapy? Or like physical therapy or anything like that? I think for me that despite, so right now when the question before was how it affects your mental health. Yeah. Patients who have congenital heart defects are susceptible to developing anxiety, depression, motor skills, socializing, and all that stuff. Again, thankfully, we're okay, both her and I. In that sense, as far as like therapy, support, Mommy, ¿ya se durmió? I think she fell asleep. Sorry. I think she fell asleep. Therapy, my doctor, my cardiologist has just been so amazing. He'd been seeing me since I was like a year old. And in the sense of therapy, I want to think and I want to say that every time I ever visited that doctor, like he was just so uplifted, so positive, so encouraging. And all I needed was a visit to my doctor's, and everything was so much better. For sure, it's hard. Um, the
What's up, Rex?
let me see. Let me read the other part. The faith part. Faith part. I have always just prayed in the night, and then I just, my prayers is just, God, if this is for me, take care of me. Um, guide us through this, especially when Val was born and we had no idea what we were facing, or at least what I thought we would be possibly facing. And um, yeah, just for sure, hang on to our faith, for us, for me, God, and just say, God, guide me, protect me, and cover me with your love, with your protection and your security, and, you know, whatever it may be that God just gives us the strength, to pull through. And as far as community, friends, friendships, um, I do have to think and I do have to say that, and it's normal, and I don't say it in a bad way, just that parents who don't have a, a child with any kind of need, or specifically us that have a child with, or ourselves, with the heart problem, heart defect, I feel like sometimes we're not understood, or we won't, maybe we will never be understood. People will try to understand us, um, but for sure, unless you have walked the shoes of any kind of condition where your child is ill, you won't understand, and I've always gotten and I don't know if it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, like I have sisters that'll be like, she's fine, you'll be fine. And I'm like, no, this is not fine. No, this is not good. Like, I know the fears, I know the worries that come with our congenital heart defect. And sometimes people won't understand, sometimes people won't understand. Um, me, for example, when Valentina was really sick, the first couple of years of her life, up until school, up until whenever, like, I did feel, and I do feel, that I tried to keep, I didn't try to keep her in a bubble. It might have seemed like I've tried to keep her in a bubble, but she got so sick that I was just trying to, like, protect her, like, not expose her to sick people, not expose her to certain things. Um, and that's where sometimes you can feel that people can tell you things or make comments about, don't be so protective, don't be, but it's like, you guys don't understand that our health can go from 0 to 100 in no time, right? Like, we're fine, we're doing good, but because we have a heart that's compromised, things can go left, you know? And we're witnessing it. Me and Henry are witnessing it, me and Val with Henry's cousin's daughter. She was born with half a heart, and her condition is so much more intense, so much more of a little girl got to be in a little bubble. And I just tell the mom, hey, you got to do whatever you got to do for the baby. You got to protect her. You got to, because she only has half a heart. Her heart won't be able to withstand, like pneumonia, bronchitis, like they would get really, really sick. And that's the difference between a child that's immunocompromised, that has a weak system, and a child that's fine. And sometimes we worry more than we should because we're afraid of what's going to happen.
Well, that's a good
At least
segue
don't.
because my next question was, What advice would you give parents of newly diagnosed
Hello,
child?
Rex. Hello, Rex. Yeah, I'd be very protective. What advice would you give to parents of a newly diagnosed child? I think the diagnosis might have a difference. It might make a difference. Um, I would say, depending on what the condition is, I would just say, hey, listen. And it's something I always say. I sound like broken, I was going to say a broken record, a broken glass. Like a broken record, and I say this all the time. For us, for people that have any kind of health issues, health insurance is a blessing. And it's one of the things that always keeps me grounded because, yeah, there's hella days, more days than not, where I go to sleep like, oh my God, what's going on? Why am I having? What is this? Why is this happening? And I think to myself, this is how I stop myself from thinking these things. And I just say to myself, Isabel, stop. You have health insurance, which means you're able to get medical help. You live in a place, in a state, in a country where there is sources. There's hospitals, there's doctors, there's amazing science, equipment, there's sources out there. Had you been in another country, anywhere else out of the United States, this may be a whole different story. Because, for example, I tell Henry, had we been in Mexico, we might not be here, right? Because there's places where if you want medical care, you have to pay it up front. And if you don't pay it up front in full, you don't get care. And here, I tell him, here we have the blessing of health insurance. Here we have the blessing of being able to go to the hospital, get taken care of. If you can't pay the bill, you can't pay the bill. But you'll get taken care of. You can do the bill in, in any other way, shape, or form. You can do payments. You can, whatever. But you'll get taken care of. And it's one of the things that I always tell Henry, like, yes, it's expensive, but we have insurance. Had we not had insurance, it would be a different story. And that's usually what I tell myself to pick myself up when I get like stressed or sad. I just think I have options. It'll be a bad thing when they tell you, sorry, ma'am, there's nothing we can do. There's no medication for you that we can give you. There's nothing we can do. That's when we have a real problem. And that's when I think, okay, then that's when you have the stress that comes on, because then you think, I don't have health insurance. I don't have this. There's no medication. I tried everything. Now there's really nothing for me.
All right. Getting to the very end of these. Let me do it. There's a couple more. How can people best support someone living with CHD?
How can people best support someone living with CHD? Again, it just depends. It just depends on the diagnosis, how severe it is. But I'll give you an example. Without saying too much, because it's not my story to tell. I mentioned with you guys, I shared with you guys that Henry's cousin's little daughter was born with half heart. And so, for instance, in a case like for her, I would say that maybe the best thing to do in those cases where she is typically, in a little bubble at home, she doesn't have the freedom to just grab and go. She has a feeding tube. And so, she got to bring her little stuff with her. In her case, and I've told Henry, he is my witness, and he can tell you guys if I'm lying. I've told him, these are the cases where people, if you have a friend, if you know of someone, whether it's heart related or not, but that has some child, a parent, someone who's ill, the best way to give your love or to give your support or at least make the person feel thought about, loved, or cared, I'd say is it could be as simple as a greeting card. Hey, happy birthday. I know it's your birthday today. Here are some flowers. Here's a little gift card. This mom that we're talking about, basically, she's alone all week long. Husband got to work. He's a truck driver, so he's pretty much gone all week long. So, in her case, I say this is where you step up. This is where you come and drop off a plate of food. This is where you ask, hey, can I bring you anything? Do you need anything? A gallon of milk? You don't have tomatoes. Just offer, little things like that, because even though they're little things like that, they make a world of a difference for these parents that sometimes have no one, to come tell them, hey, I'll watch the baby, take a nap, here's some meals. The baby takes majority of your time in your day, medications, keeping her comfortable, feedings, and in that sense, you could throw in a little gift card. You can send them some coffee, send them some flowers, send them some bread, drop off anything, goodies, cookies, anything, a book, flowers, anything. It's probably the best way to support and show the person, like, I'm here for you, I care for you, I know you're going through this, and here is a little support, a little something to cheer you on.
Cool. I think this should be...
Or even ask, like, do you need a ride somewhere? Do you need to pick up the medication for your child? Anything, any small little gesture like that will go a very long way for parents like these, that are really in a bubble.
All right. One last.
Yeah. And that's also one of the reasons why I always, like, I'm the very worrying friend. I'm the one that worries when someone's sick. I will check up on you and I will ask you, like, hey, how are you doing? How are the kids? Like, give them this, give them that. Like, and it's just that. It's just that part of me that's very hyper aware of those things. I applied some of this little balm because I got a headache. You still have some, tea?
I'm not sure if this.
Se me quitó, my neck was hurting.
This should be the last one. What's one thing you want people to remember about CHC?
What's one thing you want people to remember about congenital heart defect? Oof. One thing. What's one thing you want people to remember about congenital heart defect?
Recently.
To remember or to know? I would say to know. I would say to know, like, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And every little baby, patient, person who's born with a congenital heart defect is a warrior, and every single beat counts. Every beat matters. I'll tell you guys really quickly. The mom shared this with me, and the reason why I say every beat matters. When the baby was having her second heart surgery, Henry's cousin's daughter, I wish I could have gone. I wasn't brave enough to drive out there by myself because I'm alone, but I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there with the mom, at least to keep her company in the hard moments, because she was in surgery for hours. Anyways, long story short, the baby flatlined twice. Twice. You guys, 2 times the baby flatlined during the surgery. And I cannot imagine, the doctors calling me and telling me, hey, your daughter just flatlined. She flatlined again. We're trying to do as best as we can. Um, you know, the real heroes here are the doctors. She's so small. She's like 10 pounds, so fragile. They managed to bring her back, and they're little blessings. The little girl is thriving despite her diagnosis. And I told Henry, and I see her every time I see her, and I'm like, she looks fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, she looks great. She's recovering well. Her scars, her incisions. She got a little bit of water in her lungs, but typically because they're laying down after surgery for so long, they don't move. She's doing amazing. She's doing amazing. And I tell Henry, like, imagine this child flatlined twice. Like, she's a real little warrior, and she's so little that they're so fragile. They were able to bring her back twice. Her aorta vein on her cath day was closed. No, was closed. No, how did I say? Was close to being closed. Her main artery, her aorta vein, was like nothing to shutting out.
Yeah.
I told Henry,
Right before her surgery.
could you imagine this procedure being thrown off or saying, oh, sorry, the doctor canceled? Like, this baby is a little angel. She is a miracle here on earth, and her mom knows it. Her mom very well knows it. But it's like unexplainable, like the doctors can only do so much, but then to know that they brought her back twice, like twice they were able to bring her back. She's a warrior. She's a little warrior. And I feel like sometimes doctors and hospitals sometimes don't get all the love that they're so deserving of, because imagine operating on a heart like this big, so small, because our heart is only like the size of our hand. Geniuses.
Yeah, Dee said she really is.
Yeah.
We underestimate kids. They are the true warriors. Yeah. Yeah, because like she said, you see her and it's like, she looks like alert, aware. We saw her today, actually. She's really like you see her and you see her and you wouldn't know. You honestly wouldn't know, because she's, like I said, she's alert. She's starting to like get up on her own. She wants to get up on her own. It's crazy. It's really crazy, and it's I don't know. You see them so tiny, and it's like, man, like they're so mighty. They're so strong in their own way. It's crazy. I have another one.
I know we saw her today.
If you want to answer that, this will be the last one.
Yeah. Huh? Another one? My phone is dying. I have like 10%, you guys.
That's enough. This is the last one for sure. That's right. Yes, no, Miss Winnie, thank you so much.
What does CHD warrior mean to you personally? To me personally, it means we conquered. We continue to thrive. We continue to move forward, to be strong, to not give up. We're winning. We're still here. Every beat counts. One beat at a time. One day at a time. And no one's journey is more than anyone's, and no one's is less than anyone's. Everybody's fighting a different battle. Um, some have it better, some have it a lot worse. And at the end of the day, it's just being grateful for what we have. And again, it's just to me, it's a big thing to me. I will always be grateful for the hospital where I had my surgery, um, every doctor that has taken care of me, every cardiology out there that's taking care of children, whether it's for a heart condition or something else. They, they're, yeah, they're they're heroes. They really are. They deserve so much more, and it just means like wear your little warrior cape with pride, you know? Like we will all get through this. And again, today, in today's day, we have an extreme advancement in technology, in medicine, and the doctors, the research, and it's another
So
reason
you
why
can.
I don't even know if I can, but I've seen a ton of people that um, they need heart transplants. This baby, the other baby of the family, she'll eventually need a heart transplant. And
Or
that's it's another thing that you
I heard
get to
both.
gift life. When people donate or decide to be donors of anything, tissue, heart, liver, anything you can donate, um, is always good. I could never thank my doctors enough. I could never thank any doctor enough, and the importance of donating blood, plasma, even time to volunteer in these places in hospitals to whatever, because it's really intense.
Yeah.
Hospital life is really tough.
Oh,
Um, I don't ever wish it upon anyone. Um, and what else? What else? What else? What else did I want to say? Is that the last one? Or you still
yeah.
have more?
Yeah. Well, I'll share.
The guy from what?
So
Okay.
I'll share a little story that my cousin's wife told us. At the same hospital that we're at, she was telling us that there was a kid. He's
Hi,
like
education.
a young man. A young man. He's, I think she said early.
¿Quién? Oh, yeah. Huh? Yeah, I think so.
He was he was
18 or 22.
he was like 18 or 22. I don't remember which one of those two, but he got a match. Well, I don't know of a match, but he had his heart transplant finally after I don't know how long they detected his, and he finally got a heart transplant. So the family came. They were all happy. They celebrated. They brought balloons. They did all of this, and yeah, he was going home. He was going home, and my cousin's wife was saying this, like, dude, like family was coming. They were like excited. They were gonna see him, at home already, and all this. And that last night, he was in the hospital because he was supposed to get discharged the following morning. He started complaining of pain, and that was it. He passed away. I was like, like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, it's that is that quick that um things could change.
I have my little heart that
Um,
you gave me.
when I feel like when it comes to something as big as your heart, you know, um, I think his body didn't accept, or I don't know how they call it, how they mentioned it. the procedure or the heart. And
You didn't put your glasses on.
oh, I know, but yeah, he passed away before getting discharged. That night he passed, and she's like, their family came and their cries were just. She's like, I'm always gonna have them in my head. You know, just hearing them. You know, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, that's why yeah, that's why we decided to do this, and make it a yearly thing. Bring more awareness to this, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you how you doing? Yeah, Kalasa. The sad thing is that she can't see with all these glasses. Very long. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think that was it. That's all the questions I had for Lisa. I don't know if you guys have any more. You guys are free to ask, but appreciate you guys.
What
joining us
happened?
with this for this little
I like
interview
these
I
better.
did of Isa and her journey with her CHD. Yeah,
My
it was fun.
glasses got
And
bent.
like this, we'll have everything figured out on the next one, hopefully.
Probably thinking I'm crazy already.
We'll try to get all these technical difficulties
Oh my god, I've
off
had
the
these
way.
forever.
See, like, she can't hear me, so
We got two more.
It looks like she's ignoring me. She can't hear me. We have to fix that. How many do you have?
Last one.
No,
Damn, I've had these forever.
How you doing, Paula? How you doing, Vacation? Hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Yeah.
What happened? Yeah, hold on. Sorry. Hi, Akari. Hi, Vacation, if you're still in here. What else did I miss? My collection of glasses. I think one of them I've had since like Val was very little. These. Some of Val's first pair. Okay, so in the sense of spreading awareness, my way or our way of showing like or identifying ourselves is usually wearing things that are red, having things around the house that have like hearts, have like pens, little things like that. So we'll do like red shirts, red whatever. And then, for example, like I'll show you guys. I have an apron, and it's basically like just my way of showing, that we're heart warriors.
There's hearts everywhere
throughout
in this
the
house.
Stuff that we wear with red hearts. The banner or the little ribbon colors are red and blue, but I prefer red. Red is my favorite color, aside of pink. For sure, red is my first favorite color. And so, yeah, that's why we wear red. It's another reason why throughout my house I have a lot of things that are in hearts, typically. So during Valentine's is usually our time to get unique pieces because they only come once a year. From time to time, I come across like heart things, and
so I don't go
not everything.
Christmas.
I don't buy everything. One, I can't. Henry will hang me. Me cuelga de un palo. I don't have the space. And two, um, this isn't. Let me show you guys my mouse pad. This is my mouse pad. So yeah, there will be things like that throughout our house with hearts in pink or in red or whatever. And technically, that's what it means for me. Like that's my way of continuing to spread awareness, continuing to wear things that have hearts. Um, the next thing I want to do is make myself a sticker with a Cricut that says CHD Warriors um, on board or CHD Mom, whatever, to put it in my car. See how many more people I come across. Probably put I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want people
And
to
it's
follow
funny
me.
that she says that. It's funny that she
Huh?
says that because we met a family that had a child with a CHD, and he was here from a different state, I think. We saw him at Walmart. We parked in back of their van. They were parked reverse, and we were parked in back of them. And I seen the sticker, and it said CHD Warrior or CHD Mom or CHD Warrior, something like that. Something with CHD. And I told you, so look, they're CHD Warriors too. She's like, oh wow. So she got off, and I think the the lady was coming, and she saw Isa looking at her sticker, and they started talking, and yeah, she told us that her son was here for another surgery of his heart. But yeah, it's crazy. Like you meet people just like that. Um,
Hi, Jay. I'm good. I'm
um,
okay. Hold on. Two things before I forget. Raising awareness. Yes. So we were able to get this link going on. I ended up signing up for a walk, a 1 mile walk. That's in May. I've been wanting to do that. I'm telling you guys, there's a whole community out there. And so I was able to join. I don't know how I did it. I just went and I was able to join and sign up for this walk. It is at the Griffith Park in May. And then again, to those of you that donated, those of you that shared the link or liked or have supported us, have been here, the money does not go straight to our bank. It goes straight to the Conquering
Conquering
CHD
yeah.
site that we attach. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. We appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. Um, Thank you. We will never get tired of saying thank you. Every little donation goes a long way for us. This is our first time doing it. And yeah, I'm excited for the walk. And again, a little bit, a little bit here, a little bit there, it accumulates and they get more funds to continue helping families, sources. There's a lot of sources of congenital heart defect. Again, hospitals, the Ronald McDonald Charity. If you guys ever get approached by these restaurants like Panda, like McDonald's, this is real. Don't hesitate to donate, even if it's like 10 cents or $1. Trust me, it helps. I've seen families benefit from the Ronald McDonald Home Charity Center, the homes that they provide housing for families that sometimes even come out of other countries. um, Pan Express sometimes asks you, like, would you like to donate to the Children's Hospital? We always say yes. I know there's always a little bit of controversy with, oh, the money, trust me, the money goes to where it's supposed to go. It helps fund, it helps research, it helps assisting families of need and everyone who falls under the category of having special needs. And again, if you've ever done it, trust me, if you're hesitant, don't. The money goes straight to them. It goes straight to the hospital. And that's all money that goes to funds, to families, to people, to give them everything that they give them. So thank you. Thank you guys so much. I will not get tired of saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I send you guys a big virtual hug. And if I can hold your guys' hand and say thank you for donating, for helping us, thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. and Henry's heart and Val's heart. It helps a lot. Not just us, but other families that sometimes come from other countries, fleeing for help, for medical care. And your money, your dollars, your 10 cents, and millions of people that choose to donate, it helps. It really does. Sorry.
Thank you, Miss Moon. Yeah, Paula, I had that feeling it was it was
Thank you,
you. I wasn't
Paula.
100% sure, but thank you so much, Paula. That's awesome. And I know you're a CHD warrior too, and um, like I said, this was all. If you're cool with it, I would love to like do this with you too one day. It doesn't have to be like in February for like CHD awareness, but you know, this you could. I feel like you could raise awareness any month. It doesn't have to be in February, but yeah, thank you so much. And like Isa says, appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts. It means a lot. Um, and hopefully, we continue doing this, and not only for CHD, it could be for other charities. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of families that need help, um, any kind. We
Aiden.
go back talking about my
No
cousin.
McDini's,
My
Aiden.
cousin, like Isa says, my cousin works all week. She has appointments. She needs to drive out. You know, what is it? Like it's like a 40-minute drive. She doesn't drive, but because of the resources and everything that I don't know what programs they have or they're in, they come and pick her up and they take her to her appointments and they then bring her back home. So all that thing, all those things, they help. They really do. So I appreciate you, D. Thank you so much. Miss Moon, thank you. Paula, thank you. JK, thanks, man. I want McDonald's too again. I just had it earlier. To Aiden if I'm down. Let's go. Also, there's a
Hi,
lot of raising
Aiden.
awareness. Thank you, JK. We try to
Go get
do
him some
a little
McDonald's
something,
vacation.
you know.
Go get him his McDini's.
Cool. But yeah.
Vacation says that Aiden asked for
I know.
McDonald's when he heard me say McDonald's. But yeah, guys,
You don't like hospitals?
it's real.
Yeah. They're not fun, but necessary.
The Ronald McDonald charity money, it goes to them. I know there's a lot of people that are like, no, it doesn't go. Yes, it does, trust me. It goes to the hospitals. It goes, and even though
families,
it's
yeah.
just one person donated 25 cents, $1, $2, whatever it is, it all adds up, and it all goes to funds for research, for sources, again, for families that are affected.
Yeah.
And again, sometimes you don't think of those things, or you don't believe them because you feel like, nah, who needs that money? Trust me, it goes to the families. I know one family that was from Canada. They lived quarantine. Their life was quarantined, and they were from Canada, and they had to come out here because in Canada there was no specialist. Henry, stop laughing. There was no specialist who did the type of surgery their daughter needed, and so they were rerouted to Palo Alto, over here by San Jose, and that family was homed, and they provided housing for the family through the Ronald McDonald Charity program, and it's nice to know that these things exist, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of sources out there. Yeah.
I'm laughing because
What happened? Hold on, let me read it because I can't hear
Isa
you.
can't hear me. I don't know why she can't hear me through
Um,
her computer, so I have to yell at her. That's why I mute the mic.
Who doesn't like hospitals?
Um,
Fabulous to
yeah, Children's
families.
Hospital as well. Miss Moon, when we took Val to get her surgery in her arm, they treated us like, so
I hate
so good.
hospitals.
It's
Oh,
amazing. Like
hospital
everyone,
life is very
every single
overwhelming.
nurse, every
It's
doctor.
like
So yeah, the Children's Hospital is awesome. Yeah, and I think I think it's Panda. We went to Panda once, and they asked, they're like, would you like to round up, or would you like to
You
donate a dollar? I
guys,
think they say. And
hold on,
I'm
hold
like,
on.
no, not today.
Henry,
Isa, like just giving me that stare. I'm like, no, yes, never mind, I do.
you
Ever
guys,
since then, it's like it's always a yes. It's always not because Isa, but it's it's true. It's like I
guys,
said, that hospital was awesome to Val, and it's awesome to a lot of kids. You go there, and
dormido Chilo.
it's
Vete
amazing.
a dormir tú también.
What?
Oh, hold on. I want to tell my friends something. You guys,
Always round up.
guess what? Guess what? In a couple of weeks, it'll be Halloween. Shit, the way these days are flying by. Like in 5 weeks, it'll be Christmas. We're already in March.
I know my birthday.
We're already
month.
in March.
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes.
It's not
and
fair. Why do
we'll
they
be
gotta
in
take
March.
dates from February? Take them away from March.
October. Oh,
Ah, no. Jaycation. No. Shh. No.
yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Jaycation. Cállate de tu boca. Shh.
How about Marchtober?
Marchtober.
No, that doesn't sound right. That's wait.
Marchtober.
Vlogto March. Vlog
March. Vlog merch.
Vlog March.
No. Look at
Oh,
Jaycation
Vlog
is the
March.
first one. Point fingers.
Mm.
What's up, Education? You quit. It's okay. I quit too.
Yeah, so did I. Oh man. But
This is the first year I didn't record.
yeah. Same vlog.
Saint Vlogix month. No, what is it? St. Patrick's. What is it? Saint what are they called? Goblins?
The leprechauns.
Leprechauns?
My goodness, leave my people alone.
Leper Vlogmas. Vlog leopards. No.
No.
Vlog I can't think of anything.
No, it's March tomorrow, so I won't be able to do it. I wouldn't mind, but yeah. All right, I think that's it.
It's
Anything
funny
else?
because Henry's mom says, oh no, when I go to the hospital, I don't want to go to the hospital because then they're going to leave me there. And I'm like, oh no, me, yeah. I go to the hospital and they tell me, all right, Isabel, you got to stay over. I'm like, yes. It's the most luxurious hotel I have ever been in. They bring you to eat. They bring you pajamas. They bring you food.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. You good?
Huh?
Good? Anything else?
No te oigo.
I know.
It's because the fan is on. I don't know. We'll have to make this into a series.
No, I mean that's.
My hair's so stiff. What else? Okay, so I told you guys I'm gonna do the walk. We did the donation website. So yeah, Henry did his through his site, and then mine was separate. So yeah, Carl and Kiko donated. Our friend donated. My sister donated. I think just put a $100 goal.
I think.
More money you raise, well, the better. But I was like, let's just make it at a minimum. Hopefully reach it, and then I think, if I'm correct, I should get a shirt.
I don't think
for raising the $100.
I don't think Isa meant to do. I think she was, because I don't know how that works. I don't know how you create a team. I don't know if you have to create a team or join a team. So we didn't know how that worked. So I think Isa went into that website and just did like a solo thing. So she had to do all that. But I still want to go in there and see if I get a team and do. I think they do a 3K too, not just that 1 mile. I think they do a 3K. I gotta look into that. See how that works. But if I could get it, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. A quick 3K. I told myself I was gonna do 3 this year, so I haven't done 1.
my neck.
That's not good. We're
I feel like I'm
3
gonna
months
break
in
my
already.
neck.
So, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll look into it and see. You would have to reach out to them and have them explain to me. But it's because and there's a lot that are different because I've seen other ones that tell you something and then this one tells you some other things and it's like yeah, get 18 for the 2 or 5K. Oh, the 5, yeah, the 5K. Sorry,
Oh,
I
let me
said
show you
3K.
guys some.
I'm
Today wet it.
But
Look
yeah,
at
the
Valentina,
5K.
guys.
Sorry, it's the 3 miles, right? 5K is 3 miles. So, yeah, I'll definitely look into it. I'll definitely look into it because it is in May already. So, we have March, April, okay, like 2 months. I think I'm good. I think I'll be good. What is that?
She was so little.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna show you guys my
Oh,
ID
okay,
because
cool.
you guys are gonna
Cool.
get
Yeah, that would be
scared.
cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Y'all gonna get
I'll look for
scared.
the website. I'll look for the website and
Oh my
I'll
goodness.
share it. Oh, boy.
Okay, I think I'm done.
All right, you guys. Again,
D,
thank you
I
guys
have
so
your
much
Woodstock
for
and I have your
everything.
Peppermint Patty or whatever her name is.
I-
I still haven't learned all their names. Lisa or what? What's her name?
Oh, the plush, Mercy?
Peppermint Patty or Twix,
Mercy.
whatever her name is.
I said Marcy and Valentina was
Marcy. There you go.
Mercy is Mercy.
Marcy.
What else?
My eyes have been itching because of my allergies.
Okay. Yeah,
Waiting
like I was
for my
saying,
glasses
thank you
too.
guys so much again.
Okay, ya me voy.
We'll see. That's why I'm saying goodbye.
¿Eh? ¿Yo? ¿Tú también? Oh, together? Oh. Okay, then let me just go. Let me hang up first.
Let me hang up first. No, you hang up.
I can't hear him, guys. The fan is on. Okay. Bye.
At the count of 3, hang up. Okay. All right. So, Lisa, have a good night. What was I saying? See, she made me. Oh, again, thank you guys so much. Really, really appreciate it. I honestly, you know. Good. Appreciate you guys so much. Well, for all the support. Again, we'll be doing this again. Yeah, no. Vacation. All is well with you and the family. Yep. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing much I can say. You know, we're really grateful for everything and it was amazing. It was fun. Like I said, it's not. I wanted to do a little more like during the month, but again, I learned a little bit more and how I can maybe do things next time. So yeah, I'm wide awake. Smooth is wide awake. You're doing awesome things, and I appreciate your dedication. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Now you know, and I do it. I couldn't do it with everyone's support. You know, just even being here, you know, it means a lot. It means a lot. So yeah. So yeah. Hopefully I could maybe shoot a small little live tomorrow, and if not, during the week, we'll see. Val doesn't have basketball no more, so there's 2 days, 2 nights. Actually, no, because she might. Well, I don't know. We'll see. It's still a little, might be a little tighter, but thank you guys. Appreciate you guys, and yeah, I can't express that enough. You know, you guys are awesome. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Have a good night. Bye.